joking. Hit me. Fire it up. Fire it up. Damn. Ooh. How about them funkadelics? Yeah. It's some good shit. Yeah.
Let's go. Back again with another one. Let's go. Episode 10 in the building. Another fun Sunday of just talking shit, getting drunk, and smoking weed. Here we go. Today we are drinking a Bud Light mango bitch drink. And that's what we're doing there. And we're smoking some weed, bro. We're smoking some weed. It's been a long ass weekend. I woke up drunk. I don't even know at one point what day it was. You know, fucking here we are, Sunday, episode 10, with a special guest, Lala, in the building. Let's go. Here to spill the tea.
What's up? How's it going? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Cool. Very cool. How's it going?
It's going. We're having some malfunctions here with the cameras and shit. But how you been? I see you've been going to the beach a lot. You've been doing your thing. You've kind of been away from everybody, kind of. What's that about? Do you wanna catch us up on what you've been doing recently?
Sure, thank you. Yeah. So yes, I have been kind of distancing myself from like the RVs and everybody for a while. I mean, I think it started like at the end of July when I blew up a captain. And I just since then I've been trying to do better. I lost some weight, I put on some muscle. So now I'm just like trying to do like more like clickbaity stuff, like shorter TikToks, and doing yoga, fashion videos, and stuff like that. So. I was doing okay. I got 11K hits on this little like 6-second video I made on Wednesday, and I was like, wow, 6 seconds is all I need to make like a hit. Like, why am I doing live streams all the time? I should stop. Mix it up. Oh no, I started doing that. Somebody was like offering to pay me for nudes, and then somebody did, and so I was like, well, I could just do this with OnlyFans and make it be like legit. But every time I like try to like submit my driver's license, they always like reject my like verification for some reason. So I don't know. I take it as a sign that I'm not supposed to go on that site. So, but I was thinking about
it. Well, fuck it. So what is happening with you and Elisa? I've heard that you guys are no longer talking, but it was just like a week ago that you guys hung out, right?
It's not that we're no longer talking. I was talking to some other people and I learned some things and I saw some things. And it's like every time I have my gut instinct about the situation, it always tells me get away from these people, right? But then I always like go against my gut instinct and be like, no, let's just make nice and be professional. And I don't know. I just it's really important to me to like certain character and behavior things are important for me to be like cognizant of with people I surround myself with.
Right.
That's this woman who told me these things has an Emmy. So she's someone who actually had a place in this industry at one point. So like for her to kind of share some perspective on things, it's just like, I've heard similar things before, and I just don't want to be around those people. And like I was telling this lady about like the songs Elisa made, and she's like, that's insanity. And I was like, when it first happened, I thought it was insanity. But like I to Lisa, I'm like this lol cow, but like I could have some self-respect by just making more respectable content. So I'm kind of focusing on that now.
Right. So we're not going to see you again with like Captain or anybody anytime soon. No.
Like certain people, like we can go hang out, like not on an RV, but like go to Hollywood Boulevard or do something
So
else.
you want to do some
anything. Go to the
IRLs of some sorts.
Yeah, IRL with people, not sit on no more RVs. It's like demonic. Something about those RVs is, I don't know, like everybody was crazy. And not demonic, but like, negative.
Yeah, I like demonic works. That's a good one. Fucking that's crazy.
Baphomet lives there.
Translation:
Baphomet?
Elisa stopped paying her to show up. So is that true?
I never get paid.
Nobody pays you, right?
Oh, of course not. Maybe other people get paid. Who wants to pay me?
Right. So have you heard about the news with JJ?
Yeah, I saw that. I like JJ a lot. I know I've heard other people say that they can trust him. If he does something bad, it's like I don't know. I think it's like I don't know. Yeah, I heard what happened. I like JJ. I'll just say that. So it's unfortunate.
So you like JJ. So there's something of so you would hang out with JJ, like maybe off stream or like do something with him. You know what I mean? Like he's a cool cat, right?
Yeah, I hung out with him all summer. We were always cool, and he never said anything. He always like defended me, never said anything bad, even though like I went off on him a couple times and was nasty. So like, yeah, I would definitely IRL with JJ if he wanted to.
Right. And then how are you in Gucci's? I feel like the last time I seen all that, you slapped the shit out of her.
Yeah, that was really manic of me. She was actually trying to defend Elisa, and I was like, I can't hear it. This lady's making me go crazy. And I was trying to get away from her, and she was following with me, trying to like make sure I was okay. And then I just slapped her, and she was trying to be my friend, and I just wasn't having it. And then I walked away from the RVs. Since then, like Gucci's and I have made nice, and we talk and we text and stuff. And so I think it's okay now. And I've told her a bunch of times, she owes me a slap to the face. She should hit me really back, really hard across the face sometime. But she's like, no. And I'm like, well, maybe I can do it at the right manic moment. So, but it's out there. So if she does something to me, like physically assault, okay, freebie, do what you got to do. Don't assault somebody else. Assault me instead. Take your anger out on me.
So have you and Billy John you do sleep over at his place, right, from time to time?
Yeah, occasionally, just because he's nice and he offers a bed, so he's really nice.
Are you sleeping with Billy John?
I'm not having sex with him. I'll explain why. That's a good question. The reason why I'm not having sex with Billy John is a really nice person, and he's attracted to very aggressive women. Now, I know you would think that I'm very aggressive. Actually, he's got more intense and aggressive women. Trust me.
Wow.
And it might be good on stream, but yeah, no, I'm definitely not an aggressor when it comes to men. I kind of get like intimidated and like, I like the man to be more aggressive. So both of us are not like aggressive. Maybe we're like, I don't know. So it doesn't work. I don't know. We're
So when Chicken got assaulted by him, you were at his place?
I wasn't at his place then, but I kind of think differently about that situation after some stuff that happened on Friday. Which I've agreed with Billy John to not make public. But anyway, that's all I can say about that. So.
Okay. Cool.
I really can't say anything else. I just want to publicly be very cool with that situation. So.
Okay. Well, my view on it is he assaulted him. I feel like I feel like Andy, Billy John and Chicken Andy should just have a boxing match, a real cool one, like the ones that I've done. You know what I mean? They should just box it out, right?
Yeah. That'd be awesome. I would love to see a boxing like that, like how you and LD did. That'd
Probably
be so
with
awesome.
boxing gloves for them, because we wouldn't want. It'll just get crazy. You know what I mean? We want it to be a cool boxing match, right? Something where they can fucking like maybe shake their hands afterwards, something like that.
Right, exactly.
How do you feel about one Sonic getting ditched by Alice?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, that one night where Alice invited me to hang out, I was excited, you know. Like when I hang out with Gucci's, even the first time I hung out with her and she didn't even know me and maybe she was apprehensive, she was like really engaging and nice, and I would do something nice and she would reciprocate by doing something nice, and she acted like a friend, you know, she was very friendly. And it was normal and we had fun and it was genuine. I go hang out with Alice and it's like uh, she just like expects people to like entertain her and like give things to her, and I don't know if it's like a hot girl complex or something. I really don't
Or
know what that
autism.
is, but it's like you think I'm boring. I paid for everything tonight, and you did nothing. You did nothing. So why is it my
What?
job to be the entertainer?
So when you're at Billy John's, do you pay for a lot of stuff? When
Not
you're
a Billy.
what?
When I was Alice, because I know she's broke as shit, so
Oh,
nothing would get paid for. So
where were you and Alice at? Were you guys just hung out, just you and her, or how'd that go?
yeah, we were in K Town. That was like maybe a week or two ago, and I got a lot of donations. Actually from Sunny, and he donated us. He donated this weird song. I was like looking back on my Stripe, and I was hanging out with her like maybe 2 Saturdays ago in K Town, and we were gonna go to karaoke, but we went to the karaoke place and we didn't have reservations, so we just like stood in the streets and smoked weed and ate food, and then I took her home. That's all we did. Yeah, we like got high and ate junk food at 7-Eleven, and then I took her home. She was like kind of bitchy towards me a little bit. She was chill sometimes, then she was like bitchier and bitchier towards the night went on. And then like at the end of it, she was like flipping me off for no reason. And I was just like really cool and chill. And she was like, "Oh, we should go to a club." And I'm like, "Nope, we're gonna go home. At least I'm gonna go home and go to bed." And then I just took her home. It's like right after she flipped me off. I didn't like tell her why or got mad. I was just like, "All right, I'm ready to go home. Let's go home."
So you got a little bit triggered, huh? Because she like flipped you off or some shit.
Well, she flipped me off for no reason. We didn't have a fight. We didn't have an argument. I think that she had gone into that night with the intention of us having a fight. So she was trying to press me to get me to like, get aggravated. And I just stayed cool the whole night. And she repeatedly said I was boring. I don't think it was just because I wasn't like finding something for us to do. I think it's because she couldn't press me too easily. Um, so
Right.
she'd expect me to like beat my chest and do something funny. But, you know, at least we both made donations on our stream. So I guess that was good.
Okay, cool. Well, are you drinking anything special, or is it like probably a Diet Coke or something like that? What are we doing? Diet Coke?
Where's
No,
the
no.
McDonald's?
What? All right, hey, great. We do this guy that is doing all of this fun stuff. He is behind the scenes, Grady. I'd like to take the time for him to come on and take a drink with me. Look at that savvy new haircut we have going on now. Look at that. He's got the steel reserve. Look at that shit. Oh yeah, he's a real man, dude. So how's it going, Grady?
Yeah, right now I do. Sometimes I get Airbnbs, sometimes I get hotels, but yeah, I'm in my car right now. No, I mean it's fine right now. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going, right? Because I keep getting interviewed at software jobs, but they're for higher level roles, which is what I just left at Sumo Logic. I'm just really trying to get like a sales development representative role. In the meantime, I do DoorDash. I have some people who help me out. Occasionally, I stay on friends' couches. But like once I get like a stable, reliable income, then I'll be able to sign a lease somewhere. And the leases in Hollywood are pretty, you know, affordable. So I can get a studio for less than 2K, which would be perfect. So we'll see.
Dude, you're basically like people help you out and shit. Are they like sugar daddies?
Might have a sugar daddy, yeah.
Yeah. Is it that fucking guy who talks like this and all that? High pitch Eric?
No. No.
What is with that? What happened with that?
Well, I can't talk about that legally, because legally I'm obligated to only say positive things, and I have nothing positive to say. So suffice it to say, no. It really fucked up. It was embarrassing. I can't talk about the situation. I have a lot of regrets this summer. I have regrets about how I handled the Sunny situation. I knew he would sting me back if I like dismissed him or something. Whatever. I was ruminating on that today. I was like just ruminating on all my choices and the consequences of everything, and just the direction of everything that happened this summer. Some things I feel good about, and other things I feel like really not good about. So
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Trying to swallow everything that I threw up this summer. I'm trying to put it all back into my stomach and see if it still settled down. I don't know if that makes sense.
Do you remember when Ice Poseidon called? Have you ever witnessed any we've seen that Ice Poseidon called Elisa one time, right? And you were there.
Yeah.
Did he call her a lot?
My understanding is that I don't owe Eric money. If I owe Eric money, Sonny owes Eric money. You're being a friend and offering to give somebody something, that's fine. Anyway, wait, hold on. What was the question again?
Did Ice Poseidon call Elisa a lot?
Ice Poseidon called her on the beach that day. I was just saying on my stream earlier today that I want to be careful about the people I hang out with and not make qualifications on my character, morals, or integrity just for fame or clout anymore. I think I've done that enough. And I was like, let me be friends with Elisa still because she talks to Ice Poseidon every day. And I don't think that is the right thing to do at this point. I think I need to focus on building my own audience and clout, and I think that would be more successful than leeching off of somebody else or what they're trying to do. Even if they're engaged and wanting to support me, I think I just really need to focus on doing my own stuff independently instead of being a leech. Because last time I did that, I was fun, but it didn't really work out for the long run.
They're doing a street takeover right now. I can hear them fucking going crazy, and it's not even dark yet. Anyway, yeah, so fucking what do you think about him making a comeback? And then what are you trying to build? Like a YouTube channel? Like you said it was fashion and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So you want to do that, but you want to work at the software places. Why don't you just take a job that's less for a little bit so it can get you out of your car?
I have been applying for those jobs, but it's hard to get those people to reply. So it's go on the website. Someone made a good suggestion. I start a cleaning business. I'll explain that in a minute, but I want to answer your question first. I apply at Whole Foods. Public storage is really good. They have minimum 4 days a week that you work, and it has benefits. Planet Fitness is great. I've applied at other gyms. I've applied at retail locations. I got my food handler certificate and my alcohol handler certificate. So I'm applying at those places, and I put a cover letter on top of my resume, which just says software sales, office work, and why am I transitioning out of that Whole Foods? Well, because I don't like the office and I want to try something new. In the meantime, I'm a really great, dependable person. Can you work with me? And that's kind of how I'm playing it, but I'm not getting much response. But I think if I go into not corporate stores, like something smaller, more local, and introduce myself and just go, straight forward, I might have more success. But someone said start a cleaning business, and I thought that's smart because I know there's people in my audience in LA who might hire me. I could go cheaper than everybody else, and the startup would be less than $500 for vacuum and cleaning supplies and everything. And I thought, that could be a really good idea for me to make some. So I don't
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit. We can't hear you very well.
Out. Okay.
Yeah.
No cars going by right now, so it's pretty quiet on my end.
They are doing a street takeover.
Damn.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh,
are they taking over your street, Lala?
No, it just sometimes cars drive by.
Do you ever have people fucking with you at night?
No, actually, that's kind of a funny thing, a misconception. So I was homeless for about 2 years when I was living in Palo Alto on and off. And the thing that you would think is someone with a knife or someone wants to rape you or break into your car while you're in it. And surprisingly, it's not those people. It's the people who are going for an evening walk with their husband and their dog, and they see you in the car, and they're like, what's going on there? And they kind of poke and try to see what's behind, my shields here and stuff. And it's very frustrating because
your shields.
yeah, it's very frustrating because it's a lack of humanity thing because those people are invading and getting intimidated and frustrated over my minimal amount of privacy that I have. And meanwhile, they have an entire home to go to with locked doors and windows where they have lots of privacy. So it feels very predatory, and it ultimately is, especially if they call the cops because you're parked on a public street and it's near their house and they don't like it. Well, it's not against the law for me to live in a car on your public street, maybe if there was restrictions, but as far as the parking sign says so, I'm good. And the fact that you could go in your home with locked doors and windows, and I have no effect on you, but you still choose to stand 5 feet away from my car trying to poke your head in when I've got barely any privacy, I just don't know what to say. It shows really a lack of character to me, and it gets me frustrated when people can't understand why that's a lack of character. You know what I mean? Like, mind your fucking business. I just don't know where some people get off thinking that it's their business to... Like, one time in Mountain View, I was near Shoreline Boulevard, and this lady just stood with a cell phone by my car, pretending like she wasn't videotaping me, but she'd approach me closer and closer, and it went on for 30 minutes. And eventually, I, walked up to her and asked her what she was doing, and she said, "Oh, nothing," and then she left. And it was weird. I don't know what she was doing. Maybe she was videotaping something behind my car. But, people are really fucking weird. That's all I gotta say.
So did you pay Captain Content $1,700 to come on the RV?
No, I did not. I donated money to him over 4 or 5 months in $3 to $5 amounts, just like any other viewer he has. Pretty normal thing to do. It's not something like I gave a whole bunch of money and said, "Here, let me on your RV." That's ridiculous, but I know I have a lot of haters who like to allege a lot of things. I'm not even sure why I have haters sometimes, actually.
They want me to address the booger eating.
Oh yeah, that's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't understand why that's embarrassing. It's like one of those things like farting or burping, it's like something that everybody does. Everybody feels a need to pick their nose, and whether you eat your boogers or you flick them somewhere. I think it's funny that people think that's like humiliating to do on camera or something. I see people burp and fart on camera all the time. I really don't think it's a big deal.
Let's take a look here real quick.
Yep. Especially if it's live streaming, it's not an edited video. So if I'm going on for like 30, 45 minutes, I might pick my nose.
We have a fake Elisa Jordana, or maybe a real Elisa Jordana in chat.
She's sick. I would like to distance myself from her. I've tried to do that a couple times, and she always is like leeching. I really like the people I'm associating with now. I feel relieved that Andy and her broke up. Lena's really nice.
Oh, they broke up.
Yeah. And Andy's wife is really nice, and his ex-boyfriend Eric is staying with him, and they invited me to go to lunch today. So that was nice, but I didn't go because I was feeling like emotionally and spiritually drained. So
isn't Andy Dick staying with Billy John though? So they're just all over.
He's at their friend's house now. He's at his other friend Eric's house, and Billy John's getting ready to go out of town, and just a little break for a while. I'm sure he'll go back to Billy John's, but
Was there supposed to be a Hulu show of Andy Dick? I seen that there was on your stream the other day that it looked like there was like some type of lighting and then some guy with the camera.
Oh, it was a documentary, down. I think.
There we go. It might be for Hulu. Yeah, it was a documentary.
Yeah, Andy Dick 2 on the Hulu network. That's what Billy John's been.
That's so funny. Wait, that's interesting. I didn't know it was going
to
be Hulu.
Andy Dick 2, like IP2, except it's Andy Dick 2. But
yeah.
You didn't know that it was for Hulu?
No, I didn't know it was for Hulu. I knew it was a documentary. There's some bullshit artists that come by sometimes, but that sounds like something more legit, which is why probably Andy was paid.
I just want to say for the record, I don't eat my boogers. So, I don't know about you two.
Oh.
But I...
Oh, well, good. You must feel very proud to have that moral superiority over such a simple thing. I hope you feel good.
I do.
I'm sure you pick your nose sometimes, though.
So Chicken Andy.
Anyway,
Chicken Andy says that you claim you didn't hook up, but I think I asked him twice and he said that you guys hooked up.
We did not hook up, but that's creepy and that's a lie. I think I've made it pretty clear and obvious repeatedly that I like homeless black men. When I go IRL, it's homeless black men.
Homeless black men.
Like my Mike G in Santa Monica, like the guys I approached in DTLA. Yes, I like homeless black guys over the age of 40. I don't know how much clearer I can make that. I give them money. I suck their dicks.
Oh
I let
shit!
I let them record us having sex. Like, what are you talking about? No, I did not have sex with Chickadee Andy. No, he's so not attractive to me. He looks like a 12-year-old boy. He's not attractive. I don't care what he said. He's not attractive to me. He looks like a little kid. Why would I want to have sex with a little kid? I like big, full-grown men who are homeless and black.
So Sunny RL was you guys still talking shit like that? And you
No, we
guys
don't
is
talk
coming
anymore.
back to no?
No, we betrayed each other. I feel betrayed by him, and he feels betrayed by me, and it's done. And we don't communicate. We don't talk about each other anymore.
So what happened with Elisa? I know a week ago you were hanging out with her having mimosas. And now...
Well, there's not some sort of or other thing. There's no drama. I just learned some things about her, and they were validated by evidence of bank statements and text message threads.
What is that? You can't talk about that?
No, because she's crazy. I just want to hex the demon out of my life.
Well, she
a couple times, and I get sucked back into her bullshit. I tried a couple times, and she scares me. I try playing nice because I feel threatened by her, and I talk to other people who've dealt with her, and they're like, just distance yourself. So I want to distance yourself as quietly as possible. I don't want to talk about that. There's not a drama. I'm one of many who want to stay away from her. And I mean many. Someone with an Emmy was talking to me all week at the Lowe's Hotel.
Well, I don't want to mention I don't want to mention specifics, but she did bring it up on Kermit and Friends today. And I think you did too. So a lot of people in the audience know about it.
She associates with a guy named David Pierce, and I saw something regarding that that was really morally corrupt according to my values. So I don't want to associate with her. But I kind of picked up that vibe on my gut instinct a while ago. There's no drama. I don't give a fuck what she thinks about that. I have a right to distance myself from her and her bullshit and everything she's about. I can do that. I don't have to be threatened by a song or public humiliation by her. That's ridiculous. So many people I know that I've just recently met have really wanted to put restraining orders on Elisa because she does this to a lot of people. I just want to be left the fuck alone by her and everybody associated to her.
Where?
It's nuts. I don't want to talk about it no more. That's it. That's my full and final statement. I'm sorry.
I just something popped into my head that I just wanted to know.
Energy is just gonna fester and get bigger. It's like gasoline on a fire. Like I just want it to die down. Sand on it. Put sand on it.
Maybe we need to let it burn. You know what I mean? Especially on our show.
Let it burn.
Yes.
Let it burn.
You're a nasty person. Bless you. No.
Okay, so you did have stuff that you wanted to talk about on the show today, right? Some things that you feel comfortable.
There's nothing for me to address or talk about publicly. I could do that on my own stream. I just wanted to be here for you.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
But we're here to morally support you while you do it,
No, I can do this on my own stream, uninterrupted. So no, I mean I appreciate it. I'm here for you to support your stream and bring help. Sometimes if I go on people's streams, they get like some audience, up. So maybe that's what I was hoping. Just
Did you see the fight between me and LD? Did you see it?
Of course,
all of it. All of it.
Yeah, some clips. I was there. I saw the aftermath. I remember seeing your face the next day. Yeah.
Okay, so did I slam his ass on the floor?
Yeah, you did, but he got you pretty good too, dude.
He did. I don't remember it.
I know. It was pretty intense.
I was drunk as fuck, bro. I was wasted.
Yeah, it's all good. No worries. Yeah. Oh, let me do one with you too. Yeah, but if I go back to the Midwest, it'd be towards Chicago, and I just want to be around people that have like similar values as me. Like in the Midwest, like I know not all of LA is the same, but like in the Midwest, if you offered olive branch of friendship to somebody,
real Lala? I mean, Elisa Jordana.
I don't really care. I just want her to go away. She's so weird. In the Midwest, when you offer something like a friendship thing, it's not because they want to use you or like objectify you or something. They don't like love bomb you. They just like make friends and you try to like build trust and be normal. But like something about like some of these people I met in the industry or used to be, they love bomb and they try to make you feel like real welcome and a part of something, but they have like really nefarious intentions. And I don't like that. So if I go back to the Midwest, it'd be like Chicago or something. So I don't know. And be around people who don't do that stuff.
Chicago?
There's no like weird, like culty type of, things. People are just like sarcastic and cranky and overweight. You know, it's nice. It's whatever.
They get pretty culty with their fucking pizza.
Oh, all right, I know, but it's not like it's not like somebody's gonna end up dead in laying in front of a hospital drugged. So, you know what I mean? So, anyway,
I don't even know who David Pierce is or what any of
you
that
should
means.
probably Google that shit. But anyway, this girl I met, she was talking to me. Like, I started live streaming by talking about the documentary series Secrets of Playboy, and it's just about like how exploitive the mansion was. And this lady was talking to me about a whole bunch of women she knows who's been exploited by men in Hollywood: Peter Nygard, Hugh Hefner. And she was gonna hook me up with interviews with those people, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to like do all that type of podcast stuff. But it's nice meeting lots of different people. Oh, and there was a cool band that was in town. I don't know if I want to shout them out or not, but they'll be back in town in October to finish recording the album with Andy, so that'll be good.
So the
Here's the thing, I
motherfucking
was for like 2 nights last week, but like now I'm in my car again, so it's like up and down. I just need to get an apartment.
I know I thought you were looking at one or were fucking had something or
Well, I'm always looking for apartments and jobs. I'll let you know when it's stable.
okay. No worries, you know. It is what it is. There's just like you're on the show for a reason. There's a lot of people that want to know what the fuck is going on, where you've been at, what the hell, why are you still in a fucking car? Why have you had a good job and then you lost it and you're still here? And
Yeah.
why what about you and Captain Content, all these people that you say you don't have problems with, but yet don't.
Oh, I don't have problems with like Gucci's or chicken, but Captain I don't want to have problems with, but like, I just ignore him the same way I ignore Elisa, and I think it's fine. Just people go distant, just go their separate ways. So no big deal.
Were they actually in love with each other?
No. They just were
Elisa
having
and Captain?
no, no. Elisa likes to play games. She has this dating rules that she follows, and maybe she wins because of it. But I don't know. I just don't want anything to do with that. I'm from the Midwest.
Did she do?
Do you
Did
think
she?
Elisa would let me munch on her carpet?
Keeping it real. Wait, what'd you say?
You think Elisa would let me munch on her old woman carpet?
Oh, I don't think she would, but you could ask.
Does she wear a fake ass?
No, her ass is normal. It looks like it belongs to her.
Okay.
She doesn't do the fake booty route.
Okay.
No.
Well.
Oh, but I love being in Venice. There's so many. Let me tell you something. What's nice about being in Venice is there's always a naked lady rocking around. They always have bikinis on, and they're always like basically naked walking around. I love it.
Could probably fucking. I drove all out there and did deliveries all up in Pacific Palisades, which is right up there, and in Venice, and all up there. I could probably fucking find you really quickly if I wanted to. But that is a nice place to hang out there. There's also a lot of fucking homeless people out there too, so you could be fucking having some wicked ass streams. Like, what the fuck?
No, I know, you're right. I could be. I really could. I need to go IRL a little bit more. Like I made friends with like a couple different homeless people I met, like 2 people at the library and this guy Mike G, who I smoke weed at the park with sometimes. But
what is your IRL gonna look like? Are you gonna press people?
No, not pressing people, just walking up to them and talking to them. It's easy to do in DTLA because people approach me, so DTLA is good for that.
You could like be fucking the Amazonian fucking like fucking like, you know what I mean, beating the shit out of random chicks on the street.
No, that's ridiculous, and it's still not my energy. My energy is more like lady, like it really is. Like some of the stuff that I don't think people really like try to comprehend about like all the bullying that happened this summer and how it was really on me a lot. Like I know I'm like a confident person. It was funny that I was overweight and confident, but like it kind of blows my mind that people have such animosity towards me. Like I know like Hector had a moment where he was breaking down and acting suicidal and having a manic episode and live streaming it, and everybody was like hella empathetic, but I had the same thing happen to me and people were like loving it and thinking it's hilarious, and I'm like, I don't need to be around any part of this community where I don't get any sort of love or reception, and I start doing these other types of content and I get more love and reception, so I just don't belong in this.
Because I've been in chat.
I don't get any love or reception.
I've been in chat when you're on like Captain Content's RV, and there's a lot of people that are saying that you actually have a good looking body, and these stupid little boys don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and you're curvy and you look good and all of this other shit, and then you have people like that that say the same thing, but I have the same shit, I get I fucking have read some fucked up shit about me, but it doesn't
Yeah, you get harassed. That's true. Yeah.
it doesn't control anything.
I read you
know.
made out with Lala one time.
Oh yeah, we kissed. Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is like I'll say this. I did learn to laugh at myself a little bit more, just to like be able to like survive some of the bullying, and that was helpful. But I just think like ultimately it's not necessary to be around the bullying. So I won't be on the.
Well, you know, I have a very deep source, and they told me that, and I've asked Drizzle about this. He denied it, but they told me that you were part of an orgy, and that Drizzle ate your box during the orgy.
No, that's not true. That's something you made up personally, Grady.
No.
Has to be.
I don't remember.
Well,
I was really
was
drunk.
No, I heard there was a three-way.
A lot of credibility with me as a host. Can I respond to the question? I don't really care where you heard it from because it's a lie. I don't engage in orgies. If I have sex, it's minimally. You can ask Sonny. I prefer one-on-one connection. In fact, I rejected an orgy he tried to engage in. Another thing I definitely reject is oral sex. I do not enjoy receiving oral sex. It makes me very uncomfortable. It makes me feel like I have to go potty. I don't like it. It makes me very nervous and it makes me feel silly.
Are you afraid of are you afraid of smelling off? Like I would be.
No, that's a rude question, and that's exactly why I don't want to associate with these type of people like you, Grady, because that's an inappropriate question to make comments about my vagina. I can make different content on YouTube and have a more appropriate, respectable audience ultimately. I just, it's not your business really what I prefer or not prefer in bed, but no, I didn't engage in an orgy. God bless you.
God
fantasize about a lot of weird stuff.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yikes. Fucking yikes, dude. No, there's no way. I would have remembered eating a box. I would have remembered that.
I don't like receiving oral sex. I don't do that. That makes me nervous. I don't like that.
Well, I'm just saying. I would have remembered it, but you know what I mean. I don't. There's a lot of fucking that supposedly happened while I was there, or I just missed it by a second or something. I don't know, but definitely what I don't remember it happening. So, but
it's kind of like you are who you hang out with, and if people are alleging that stuff because of like my association to this, then I don't need to associate to this anymore. Because these type of allegations were not made against me before hanging out with the live streamers. Like some of them are really cool. Like I think Drizzle's really cool, and I'm like sad like when I text you and I'm like I don't know who you are because there's like a million people that text me, But like I feel bad about like the way
you fucking like go off on me, dude.
Well,
like who the fuck are you, you retard?
Yeah, like I don't know who it is. Like, do you know how many like people troll me and text me? Like I really think you're one of the trolls because I don't know who it is, and it's like I just need to save your number, but I have you saved now if you text me. So.
Is it under Drizzle? Is it under like Big Daddy?
Extra Drizzle.
That's not Big Daddy.
No, you're not my daddy. Sorry, my daddy would give me money. I only have one of those.
Oh yeah, right. Right. Okay. Well, anyway, that's cool. I do appreciate that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I've made some pretty good connections throughout the. I don't know if it's different for me or I got like some trans privilege or something going on, but I really haven't had anybody kind of like turn their back on me or do anything weird. But I also really don't put out a very funky I get really shit-faced wasted, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do, dude. I get fucking shit-faced wasted and I fucking do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I hang out with whoever, and it's never really, other than the fights, but even those aren't like supposed to be malicious or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I've made some good connections coming into the IP2 community, and I don't know if it's different for other people or maybe you're just putting out a bad vibe. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, I just think a lot of these people come from a place that's really different than me. Like, I think, like I was talking about on my stream, is like some of the moral compass is very different. Like they go according to like what the will of the group is. Like they try to seek the approval of others instead of like the approval of God. So like there not being a spiritual foundation at all to begin with is kind of like hard to deal with. Like the All Girls IP2 podcast, like they were all ganging up on me 4 months ago talking about very specific parts of my body and saying I'm not this, I'm not that. And they don't even think about how that's rude or humiliating or inappropriate. And then I try to point that out to them. They're just like, well, you just need to like get over it or whatever. And I'm like, you know, I don't have to. What is wrong with you? I haven't been around women like that in so long. I've been working in tech where women are like, they're like leaders. So like in a leadership position, you have to have a little bit of a moral compass because you're under a spotlight. You know, people pay attention to what you do. If you're just like, you know, a loser, who doesn't even try to be a leader, even in a small way, like be a soccer mom, like the basketball coach or something for your kids, you know, you're not going to be motivated to have much of a moral compass. That's why we get these Kiwi farm girls. That's why we get these people who like threaten police stuff, like Elisa being best friends with Elaine one day, and then the next day threatening to call the cops on her with her driver's license over a DUI on stream. That's very unstable and it's threatening. And I don't want to be around anybody like that ever.
Right.
I just think that people are very different and I don't match the energy. People have told me get the hell out of IP2. You know, Aldi has gone off on me for the longest time, and it ultimately comes from the fact that he pissed on his mom's carpet and I made fun of him the first time I saw it, and he's never let it go. And when Hector was still mad 4 months after we had our fight that I already forgot about, that was freaky too. It's like it's just a very different mix of people than what I've ever had in my life. And like I can make a choice about how to interact with it, but sometimes I just don't know how to.
Well, I mean, you're very combative sometimes, you know? Like me, all I did was ask if your pussy stank, and you went off on me.
It's not appropriate, Grady. Of course, Grady. It's not combative. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Your moral compass is
I know, we've covered it on the show, Drizzle. Drizzle, we've talked about Drizzles.
I know, but then
I'm a little tart myself.
That's not appropriate. Yeah. I don't talk about that stuff. I'm more of a lady. I don't care what anybody tries to say about me. In my role, that's not appropriate for you to ask that question. And I'm okay. It's okay for me to have that standard and set a boundary. You know, it's not me being combative. That's just me telling you you're being rude and behave. Otherwise, I don't want to talk to you. And that's normal. There's a lot of people who would be like, excuse me, don't ask me about my vagina. That's weird.
Well, we're just like joking around over here. We're just joking around over here. You know what I mean? But
well, I'm not trying to be like have disrespect and be the joke of everybody, the butt of everybody's joke.
Well, I mean,
you know,
we're all the butt of the joke, right? We're not trying.
No. I think you and I are different, and I want to get back into going after a leadership position, regardless of the things I've said and done in this mistake I've made in my life, you know. But yeah, like the people I'm around, it's like embarrassing to even ask or think a question like that. You would be like socially shamed in the circle I was with a year ago. And it's
they were
like,
fake though, right?
So
they were fake corporate people, so of course they would be.
Worried about it.
They weren't fake. They were just a little bit dry, and I needed someone who like had a little bit more like vulnerability. Like I really like hanging out with Andy because he's just so emotionally vulnerable. You know, it's easy to connect to and we could talk about things. And I couldn't be too like emotionally vulnerable in a business environment because you're supposed to be professional. So it was harder to find friends.
But don't you think like Andy Dick's got like 19 sexual assault accusations? And
you know, Grady, I'm not sure what your record charges are.
I have none. I mean, I'm a good guy. I have none.
Yeah,
good guy. I think you're nasty and creepy. As someone who's a Christian, I believe in redemption and forgiveness. And I've spoken with Andy and his wife, who is a Christian, and it's just a different path. And I think trying to pin people's sins on a wall and hold it against them is not acceptable. You know, if you want to distance yourself from Andy Dick, that's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, he's still my friend.
I love Andy Dick.
I don't think you even know Andy Dick, Grady. Yikes, you're just a
Who,
leech.
Me?
Bye.
No, I knew Andy Dick like 10 years ago. Oh, she left?
Okay. She left.
I'm a leech. Oh my God, why is she on here? Oh, look, it's Granny 14. This is clearly a troll. This is like a 40-year-old S&M guy trying to lure Lala out to his farm in Iowa. What the fuck is going on here? Hold on. I'm going to put you up.
Oh, hi. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm pretty chill about everything, you know what I mean? Like fucking people talk a lot of shit or whatever, and you know, if I do have anybody that enjoys my shit, it's probably because sometimes I think if I would let people trigger me more, it would be like, but then I'm not being myself because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, you know, I just kind of keep it pretty chill. You know what I mean? I go and get really wasted, and you know, nobody's like hitting me up every single day, like, how you doing? Like, da 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 da. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, but I love Gucci's. You know what I'm saying? And I get down with some people. You know what I mean? And you know, and that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if she's not going to answer,
I
if
just
she's
don't know
not going
why
to
it's
answer
different
questions,
for
why
her,
fucking
'cause-
bother? You know what I mean?
Well, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I really was waiting for a lot of exposing to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some exposing
She's
shit.
like, I can do
felt
that
like
on my.
She said shit.
On my. Well, I guess that's where you do it. You know what I mean? Oh, Granny thinks you're a good person, but I'm a piece of shit. Well, you know what, Granny? Take out your false teeth and get to sucking.
That sounds like she might be into that, or they. I don't want to misgender anybody.
Well, I don't think I was that off-putting to Lala. You know, I think it's
That's why I like you, because you can bring out, you can say the shit that, you know what I mean, everybody's thinking, and that, you know, I might bitch out a little bit from saying it, because at the end of the day, like, I don't really,
well. I
think
mean,
it's
I
funny,
remember
and-
when she was on
But I
Chicken
don't
Andy's
want
RV. She was in
people
the
to think that I'm abrasive.
well. She was in the back doing fucking porno. I don't know if you guys remember that. She's talking about the moral compass. I wanted to ask about that. I wanted to ask about the actual deviant behavior we've seen her, you know, do. She's trying to act like she's some kind of Christian now and all that. That's fine. But part of being a Christian is that you have to, you know, talk about what you fucking did. Yeah, fuck off, Granny 14. Go run to Booger Eater.
This shit is gonna fucking do this shit to me. I'm gonna have to fucking call back, because this fucking person.
Wait, what happened? What's going on?
My fucking headphones won't connect. It disconnected.
I wanted to talk to her more about Sunny. I wanted to talk to her more. Apparently, she's been accusing Elisa of paying 30 grand to bail some murderer out. I wanted to find out more about that. I wanted to find out, like, what happened between the mimosas last week and then the accusations of supporting a murderer came about. Like, what exactly tipped that over the edge for Lala? I wanted to ask her why she doxes everyone, including donators and ex-friends. What you ask, ugly fat boy? Hold on. What you ask, ugly fat boy, is like asking you, does your dick and hair stink, you dumbass? Well, that's a perfectly appropriate question, and no, they don't. Like I said, I have been tart sometimes down there. I mean, I'm only human.
You pee out of it. You pee at everything that you eat is part of everything. Did they teach you about pH balances and then what even that you do and like probiotics and stuff like that? No, they just taught me that, hey, don't get pregnant and then periods. I wash myself and stuff like that. But when you have a shitty diet, which fucking for the most part I do, you know what I mean?
So you think Lala has a shitty? Well, let's face it. You don't get nervous about oral unless you fucking stank down there, man. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I'm
get
talking
nervous
some cheese. No, because you probably you have stunk before. You told me.
Yeah, of course.
But she must. I mean, she's living on the streets.
Right.
It's got to be pretty rank. And I think I
touched
all
I know is
a
after
nerve.
The gym, or after sweating all fucking damn day long in front of the damn fucking ovens and shit, and I'm sweaty and stinky. Yeah, you got the swamp ass happening and shit. Nobody likes swamp ass, and everybody gets it. Guess what? Go stick your face in a swamp ass, swampy swamp. Not doing it.
I didn't do anything to Lala, and I hope she'll call back sometime. You know what I
mean? There's a fly in here. Piece of shit.
Because honestly, there was like a rude way I could have fucking went, and I definitely was not going the rude way. I mean, Drizzle knows me.
It's pretty simple in a very professional, simple way that I can talk about it. I would say that you presented yourself in a light where you told everybody you were making more money than I can even imagine. That I would probably do some really good fucking smart things with it, like investing. There's things that I'm not completely stupid, but and then now, it's supposed, I don't know if it's a supposed thing, but then she lost her job because of IP2. And then now she wants to separate herself from IP2. That should have happened right after you lost your job, but you and you're still kind of just lingering around in the community of people that you have attracted when you do go live, because that's where you put yourself. And you know what I mean? And she has talked bad about, she has slapped people, she has done weird things, you know what I mean? And gotten really angry about shit.
I wanted to bring all that up and give her a chance to... She can just
be comfortable with herself. And I think that's what everybody is attacking, is the fact that she isn't comfortable with her own self. And so they fucking... Because chat can do that, you know what I mean? And they attack her. She needs to be a little bit more stronger, and then try to put out some content, because we don't even know if you can provide content without people attacking you or having drama at this point.
Dude, if Elisa wants to call in, she can call in. I mean, where can I send her the link?
On her Instagram.
I'm going to put you up for a minute. I'll try to contact Elisa.
All right. That would be dope. I never personally got to speak to Elisa. And then I know that everybody is trying to say bad things about it. And, I'm the kind of person, like, until I fucking talk to you and I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? And, I have nothing against Elisa. I think it's funny to talk about. I mean, because you've also put yourself in a light where we're part of a community that's what we do. But I've never been in her chat. If anything, I think that she's pretty funny. Like, fucking, she just tried to do IRL and then thought that the fucking cop speed gun was like a real gun. It was fucking, I was kind of chuckling a little bit. I was like, whatever. But, I really don't have anything against it. I think that Lala needs to back to like why everything, I don't know why it's different for me, especially because I'm transgender. I do get a lot of haters, but I don't know why it's different. And I think that I do put out a different vibe that it's kind of like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, how can you, I don't want to say how can you not like me, because I'm definitely can be a fucking asshole and all that other shit, you know. But for the most part, you know, I do try to just be, you know, not chill. I'm not chill, I guess, but, you know, a decent person. uh, my dog is not going to be outside anymore. It's getting cold and he needs to come inside. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Come on. Come inside. Can you be quiet? Are you going to go crazy and bark everywhere? You can't do that. Oh, Jack's so cute. Yeah, so that's how I feel, you know. Let's see what this chat says. Lala did have an appointment in SJ. I think she made about 120K. The 250, I think, was exaggerated. So that's the whole thing. Like, if you have all of the tools, because people, like, I don't know if I'm ever going to make that kind of money. And if you stepped your foot in there, you know what I mean? And then you ruined it, you know what I mean? That's your own fault. And I think that's maybe what she's dealing with. And that's okay, you know what I mean? But be honest with yourself. And then, you know, if you can just figure out who you actually are, you might, you know, because sometimes you have to, you know, and then she might be overqualified with her resume. There's a lot of times where fucking people say that you're overqualified with the job that you went to college for. You're overqualified for it. You know what I mean? Somehow. So there's a whole bunch of different things that could be going on with that. But do I think that, you know, I don't hang out with her, so I can't, you take it with the grain of salt. But, you know, I work 2 jobs and they're not very, I'm not super qualified like that. I'm not a fucking software, fucking sales, whatever the shit. I just work my fucking jobs. You know what I'm saying? And I've figured out that I needed to work too. So, and I've taken away a lot of my personal time. This is like, this show is done on a day that's
Hey, you're froze up for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, try to call back. That's what I'm trying to work on here. I don't know why I'm getting a blue screen from you. All right. Hello? Yeah, I think Lala did this. I think Lala fucking did this, man. Hold on. God, there she is. How did she get back on here, man? That's what I'm talking about, dude. She's the only one that's fucking on here, man. Yeah, let's just start over. I'm going to contact Elisa Jordana. See if I can get her on here.